gentlemen, and welcome to the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world show made for the fans by a fan. I'm your host, as always, Richard Tiemann. This is the Season 4 premiere of the award-winning Fan Show. And I know some of you, because I get more and more members of Fan Nation each and every day, the show continues to expand, the audience continues to grow, that you're like, I just listened to you last week, so was that a rerun? Like, what do you mean season premiere? Valid question. Very good. You know, I like where your head's at. We're going to go with this. So, the show is 24/7, 365, so to speak. And by 24/7, I mean about 45 to 60 minutes out of your Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evening. And by 365, I mean the however many days of 365, 3 days a week accounts for. I'm not going to do the math right now, but I believe it's about a third of that. Anyway, I'm a big wrestling fan, as most of you know. We even have a wrestling division, Fan Show Wrestling Division. And the way that it works with WWE, SmackDown Live, NXT, Raw, is that it is an all-year-long thing, right? Show, program, sporting event. Whatever phrase or term you use to describe it, it goes all year long. There's a pay-per-view each month. They have new episodes each and every week. However, they do take a brief break right around the holiday season, and they will have what they consider their season finale, and then shortly after, they will have what they consider their season premiere. Same way that it works here on the Fan Show, except for the gap between my season finale and season premiere are a tad bit lengthier, because the show started out as the Butt Fumble Podcast, rebranded to the Fan Show, F.A.N, Football and Nonsense, because everybody loves football. I mean, some may not, and that's fine, but for the most part, like, football is that one thing that we get the most excited for each and every year. There's like, it's its own season, and it's not even, it goes from one part of the calendar year to another part of the next calendar year, and we still consider it like its own entity, right? Some people, their year starts this Thursday when kickoff will happen, and their year will end when we crown a Super Bowl champion. But that's really what my official seasons would be, I suppose. Season premiere is the week of kickoff, and then the season finale is shortly following the Super Bowl, because then we change gears. You know, we really get into anything and everything going on. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the spring and the summer. The Fan Show has adapted to that with the launch of its new divisions. So wrestling is always going on, so we have a division for that. We have a home for wrestling. And then, of course, there's the outdoors division, which up in the Pacific Northwest is a bit more of a spring and summer, partly fall kind of thing. So we were able to dabble in that a bit. And moving forward with that, indoor football, NAL, IFL, whatever else type of football happens immediately after we crown a Super Bowl champion for the NFL, and that is February. So when one season ends, a whole bunch of other stuff begins. But it's just always been kind of a fun tradition here at the Fan Show that we do a season premiere and a season finale. And the season premiere, other than the debut of the show, has been this fun little thing that we do here where we have the Fan Nation Fantasy Football League participants, the ones that are available that can make it. We get them on a Skype conference call, and we go through however many of the rounds we can get through for about 45 minutes to an hour's time, and we did just that. Comedian Chris Cope was able to join, NFL Network darling Erin Coscarelli, she was able to join. My wife, we had Josh Musel on, and he was a lot of fun to have. This is his first time doing the league. And then we had Mr. Video Guy, Rich Bauer, a member of Team Fan Show. He's one of the writers. He did very well last year. So it was a lot of fun. And we try to get any and all that can be, involved with the league on board. There were even some that couldn't be on the call that were in the chat, so you'll hear some of that. But normally we do it live, but there always seems to be some sort of technical difficulty or issue, and so we have to go ahead and we decided to pre-record it this time. There was some issues with Erin Coscarelli's microphone, so there's parts where you'll hear her talk and then not at all, and we're like anxiously, wanting to hear what she has to say. She's dropping knowledge, and we don't even get it, but it was still fun nonetheless. So that's how we do our season premiere here on the Fan Shows. We have a fantasy draft, and we just sort of kick back and enjoy. Of course, we could still get through today's headlines, but right after that, we're going to dive right in. I'm going to play you guys the draft party that we had. It was a lot of fun, and it should be another great season for the Fan Nation Fantasy Football League. So let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we, with today's headlines. And today, headlines are brought to you by Dynamite Enterprises and Indy's Barbershop, because I don't know when else during the show we're going to have time to plug either of them again. So, Dynamite Enterprises, you guys have heard me talk about them for all summer long. They do fantastic work. Ethan is a real stand-up guy. He's always posting videos of all the new stuff that they can slap your logo or artwork on. So if you want to customize your world, if you want to help get your name and or your brand out there, there is no better way than through Dynamite Enterprises. Support local, support your local everything is what he believes in, and we have a fantastic working relationship, and it has greatly benefited both of us. He's made some fantastic products for me, and I've hopefully gotten him some new business over there. But Dynamite Enterprises, hit up Ethan at dynamiteenterprises.com, or just visit the website, dynamiteenterprises.com. Doesn't matter if it's shirts, polos, hats, hoodies, trophies, banners, table runners, tablecloths, socks. I mean, if you can think of it, he can probably do it. So hit up Ethan at dynamiteenterprises.com if you need to get some merch done. He just did the soccer jerseys for my high school, Central Valley High School. They look fantastic, of course. Why wouldn't they? He's the man to make your product look as good as it can. Not a bad review yet on the t-shirts that I have sold or have for sale in the merch store. We're going to get more in stock here soon, so very excited about that as well. And then Indy's Barbershop, I got myself cleaned up a little bit. My mom had back surgery last week, and it was difficult because they quoted us 3 to 4 hours for the surgery, and it goes like 5.5. She was set to be released from the hospital as early as Friday. They just released her yesterday. So yeah, there's been some issues, a few setbacks. She is recovering nicely. So once again, from myself and her, thank you so much for the prayers and well wishes. But I needed a distraction, so I went and I got a nice haircut courtesy of Indy's Barbershop. You guys have heard about them. You've heard me talk about them on a few times. One of the newest proud partners and sponsors of the Fan Show. Go and see Jason or Dylan. Quality haircuts and hot towel shaves, 711 North Monroe Street in downtown Spokane. If you walk in and say, I heard about you on the Fan Show, they are going to get you 15% off. So Dynamite Enterprises for all of your marketing and merchandising needs. They're going to make you look good with apparel. And Indy's Barbershop is just going to make you look good. I mean, you want that quality haircut and that hot towel shave to make you look and feel like $1 million. The combination of the two is unstoppable, I tell you right now. As a man who has personally invested in both of these, I will say that I mean it when I say it, that these two are some of the best in the business locally. So support local, support your local everything. Even if you're listening to this from Des Moines, Iowa, Greensboro, North Carolina, the trip to Indy's Barbershop may be a little bit out of your way. However, you can still hit up Ethan to get some customized merchandise. So with the headlines, oh boy, where to start? I guess we should probably go over a few things here as far as from the NFL. Jerick McKinnon, breaking news last week. He suffered a torn ACL the last day of practice. Oh, my God. As a Niners fan, this hurts. It does. It really does. Because I was looking forward to seeing what McKinnon could do with the 49ers and the Shanahan offense. We will have to wait a year to see. Torn ACL, he is sidelined. He is rather upbeat about it. But it doesn't change the fact that it is rather unfortunate. Oh, man. It sucks. Let's see. Martavius Bryant was released by the Raiders. It's kind of surprising. The Raiders have made a few moves that were a bit of a head scratcher. Cowboys, though, with an even bigger surprise move, they have released longtime kicker Dan the Man Bailey. Like, what? Then, breaking news, the Chicago Bears and Khalil Mack have agreed to terms on a 6-year, $141 million extension with $90 million in guarantees because in case you missed it last week, and if you did, I don't know how you did, but there was a trade. The Raiders traded defensive end Khalil Mack to the Chicago Bears for a package including 2 first-round picks. Mack is expected to receive a long-term deal, and then he did, so he is all set in Chicago. We also had that the Patriots released running back Mike Gillespie, however you say that, I always forget. Ravens released wide receiver Brashard Perriman. That one, I guess, isn't all too surprising. Antonio Gates agrees to terms with the Chargers to return for his 16th NFL season. That's right, 1-6. Joe Montana, 16. And the dude is going to be there anxiously awaiting another touchdown pass from Phillip Rivers in the end zone. Then Paxton Lynch gets cut from the Broncos. Don't know what the Broncos are doing, but hey, that's cool. Then the Chargers released quarterback Cardale Jones. You may remember him from his college days because he hasn't done anything in the NFL. The Saints then signed running back Mike Gillespie, and they I don't know what they're going to do with him, but obviously depth at backfield helps a lot. The Buffalo Bills named Nathan Peterman their Week 1 starter. And finally, in Arizona, Sam Bradford is listed as the starting QB on the Arizona Cardinals depth chart until, of course, he gets hurt in the second quarter, at which point Josh Rosen will step in. So, hey, it looks like it's all good in the neighborhood right now, other than, of course, the Jerick McKinnon thing, Khalil Mack finding a new home. So we got 2 days until kickoff. Falcons-Eagles should be a great matchup. Nick Foles was announced as the starter, but then Doug Peterson ripped into the media, saying that was not the case. So will it be Carson Wentz? Will it be Nick Foles? I don't know. Where will it stop? The quarterback carousel? Nobody knows. And then the big news, not necessarily related to football at all, but of course they'll find a way, right? Nike announces its 30th Just Do It campaign, and Colin Kaepernick is the face of it. Like, literally, it's his face, and then the quote that says, "Believe in something, even if it costs you everything." And, I want to get it right. I want to get the right thing. Here, give me a second, because I know what the frickin' quote is supposed to be. Sorry, hold on. Nike. All I have to do is just go to Nike, and basically you can just find. There we go. Okay. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. Now, look, I made a statement on Facebook yesterday that Nike can have whoever they want as their face. But they're Nike, right? Like, there is, I don't know if there's a bigger brand than Nike as far as athletic apparel, especially shoes. Now, of course, Under Armour, Adidas, and a few others have tried to, capitalize and make for stiff competition, and some of them have landed big names, right? Under Armour has The Rock now, and I believe Steph Curry. Adidas has a few good ones. Reebok has J.J. Watt, but man, Nike, though, seems to be one of the smartest when it comes to the business, the art of the deal, because they've been paying Kaepernick allegedly all along, and finally decided it was the right time to make the announcement that he was the face of their 30th Just Do It campaign. And let's go ahead and remind everyone right now who makes all all of the NFL's jerseys for the players and for the ones that you buy at the pro shop. That's right. That's Nike. So man, I don't know if this has been the plan all along, but people wanted him out of the NFL, and now he's out, and now he's being he's the face of the company that makes everything for the NFL. Like, I don't know what the NFL is going to do as far as damage control, but I can only imagine the chaos inside that boardroom right now. They might not do anything because he's no longer an NFL player. But but this is something that has caused an uproar, people burning shoes, cutting up socks. I just say leave them be. Look, Nike's going to do whatever they want to do because they're Nike and they're going to be just fine. Like, you can boycott whatever you want, but I love that last year it was like people were boycotting the NFL because Colin Kaepernick wasn't signed, and then other people were boycotting the NFL because people were taking a knee, but yet their numbers did just fine. So who was really boycotting? Because it doesn't sound like it leaves much left as far as viewership. So people can say that they're going to boycott, but the fact is that Nike has like a stranglehold on the average American male right now, and it's kind of humorous. As I said on Facebook last night, no one's forcing you to buy Nike except the NFL because that's who makes all their jerseys. So, like, I don't know what you do here, but I say just let it go, let it be. I don't think that he's sacrificed everything by any means. I really don't. He doesn't play in the NFL anymore, but he still makes millions. Like, he had a contract, one of the biggest, and all this guarantees and incentives, and he is still, I think, still getting paid by the NFL, like from his last contract with the 49ers. And now with Nike and with everything that he's done outside of football, like, I don't think they can really say that he's sacrificed everything, because I don't know what it is that he has sacrificed other than being a quarterback in the NFL. But even still, last time we saw him, he was a backup to Blaine Gabbert. So, I mean, okay. But anyway, that is the headlines. That will do it for this. We're going to get into the reason you tuned in, and that's the season premiere of the F.A.N show. So enjoy our draft party, and have a good laugh. Here it is, the third annual F.A.N Nation Fantasy Football League draft party for the season 4 premiere of the F.A.N show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. You hear it. It is fantasy draft time for the third annual F.A.N Nation Fantasy Football League. I am joined with the participants as we do every year for the F.A.N show's official season premiere. We've got Josh, the bearded one. We have the lovely and talented Aaron Coscarelli. We have the funny man, Chris Cope. My wife, Danja. We've got Mr. Video Guy, Rich Bauer. So we're going to have some fun here, do the first couple of rounds. First up is Katie, who unfortunately could not get logged in. She set her pre-draft stuff, but she's going to get like the first whatever on here. And then we've got my wife is up for number 2. And I feel like I should ask if there's anyone in particular that anybody wants so that I can go after those particular players. Because that's what my wife does. Danja likes to pick 49er players to spite me.
We'll tell her to get Jerry McKinnon.
Yeah, pick up Jerry.
First round right there. You can't go wrong.
Okay, coming up on pick number 1, it's probably going to be Le'Veon Bell. Okay, on the clock now. We have this
Come here.
who is number 3? Oh, we've got James is number 3. Oh, but we're at pick number 4 already.
My dogs are so annoying. Theo, come. Theo, get over here.
All right, Mr. Video Guy, you're on the clock. Who are you taking?
Sorry a second. Hold on. Now I think I'm good. All right, there it is. Technology, it's a wonderful thing. All these buttons and things. So let's see. The only other draft I've done so far this year was my own league that I run about a week ago. So that's about the amount of research that I've done into fantasy football this season. And since this is PPR, I guess I love wide receivers, so I will go ahead and take Antonio Brown.
Ooh, Antonio Brown off the board. Next up, Chris Cope. How you feeling?
I took Barkley in my other league, But I think if David Johnson's on the board, man, you got to snatch him up.
That's very true. Very true. Oh, that brings up Jake, who could not make the call, but he's a fellow Niner fan. I've attended a game with him this season, or a few seasons ago. That was a lot of fun, so he was excited to be part of this.
You gotta wonder when it's like the top 10.
What was that, Aaron?
You gotta wonder when you're still in the top 10 available without much thinking. You gotta wonder why it takes so long, unless it's doing something else.
That's very true. Okay. I wonder if Jake is on auto draft. We'll see. And then Adam, who is in the chat but couldn't do the Skype, so he'll be on after. And then Aaron is pick number 8, which is my favorite number, so we'll see if that brings Aaron any good luck tonight. So Gurley, Elliott, and Brown, and Barkley, and Johnson. We've gone heavy on running backs and one wide receiver so far. All right, let's see Adam's pick now.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the clock.
Oh, Aaron.
Now I gotta wonder. Is clear from going touch them.
I'm just going to get this out. Excuse me.
Next year with Sarkeesian, we're gonna see some better things there. I'm gonna go Odell Beckham.
Oh, the big payday. Odell Beckham is off the board. Oh, so is Kamara. I got him yesterday with number 2. All right.
I will follow suit with the wide receiver train.
Oh, Hopkins. Hopkins off the board. Man, does Kareem Hunt make me nervous. I'm staring right at him. Oh. All right, Dalvin Cook off the board. The defending champion is now on the board. What's he going to take? The anticipation is killing me. So, I'll have to ask Erin when she gets back. Oh, come on, Rob. So, Aaron, you're not worried about Odell's big contract at all?
Like what?
Pass capability. I'm not worried about the big contract. I'm more concerned about his consistency. When I asked PJ.
Oh, I'm on the clock now. Crap, who do I want?
Uh-oh. We want people staring at you, by the way.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I mean, personally, as a 49ers fan, if you don't take Jimmy G in the first round, I question your vote.
You guys see this opening season against
some of the questions still here. Here's my understanding.
what do you think?
Okay, I did the smart thing. Somehow Kareem Hunt managed to fall all the way to number 12, and now I'm up again. This doesn't get any easier at all. Yeah, we're gonna go this route right here. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
that hurts. That hurts.
Oh man. I thought for sure you might make it back. Alright, this makes my next pick interesting.
Very interesting.
Hey guys, I got a question.
Yeah.
In my my queue, it says I got Ezekiel Elliott, but I drafted David Johnson.
Interesting.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong team. Shut up. Don't be rude.
Oh, Chris, that's why I love you.
It's Sunday. Your mother would be very ashamed of you. Yeah. I curse whoever took Leonard Fournette.
Oh, who was that? Who took Leonard? Oh, that was Connor. Ooh. All right, Josh, who you taking?
I don't know, to be honest.
It's the second round, man.
Yeah, but I didn't expect Melvin Gordon to make it back to me in the second round. I was pretty dead set on going Michael Thomas as he continued to fall, but I think it's crazy to pass up on a top tier wide receiver running back combo. So,
Oh, now we got Aaron.
see,
I think it's my late second. Getting, especially in the
Aaron's talking, but like every other word is coming out.
I know that she said Gronkowski at least twice. I've seen that.
I did Gronk or Michael Thomas.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear it just fine. Gronk
Yeah,
or
I
Michael
heard just
Thomas? Oh,
Ooh, Gronk. This is early second round too.
Breeze is going to throw touchdowns. I'd say Thomas, because Gronk, man, he could get hurt. That's like a trend for him lately to get hurt.
And he just caught me. And he dropped
And there he goes. Aaron got Michael Thomas. Now we got Adam,
That's
who's
a good call. I mean, him falling to the into that early second. I was really debating between Thomas and Gordon, which is why it took me a minute to figure out who I wanted to go with. 'Cause I thought stacking Thomas and Hopkins would be nice. Gordon and Hopkins I like better.
Oh man, I see my next two picks sitting right there. If I can make it that far. Oh, I hate being at the end.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Aaron, it comes and goes. It's like you'll talk and we'll hear it, and then you'll talk and then we don't.
I heard you hear me apart and then nothing after.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to go try something. All right, Chris, you're up.
So if you set it in line, we have a rebooking desk. I'm going to ask you to go to the rebooking desk, K7, or either H4 or check the
I
monitor.
can't leave LaShawn up there, man. I can't. I got to take him. I mean, it's either LaShawn or switch over to Devontae.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, man, I'm taking LaShawn.
Oh.
What are you saying?
Don't ask me. I give terrible fantasy advice, man.
It's either him or Jordan Howard. It's the Jordan Howard.
All right.
Right. So let's see. I'm up. Literally, the 2 years I've ever had Rob Gronkowski on a fantasy team have been his 2 worst years of his career. So I just can't do it a third time. I can't go through that heartache. So I'm just going to go with another receiver and take Devontae Adams.
All right, Devontae Adams off the board. And that brings up the wife. Let's see what she takes.
What do you guys think is the ideal number for a fantasy team league?
I think 10 or 12.
Yeah.
I think just because I like no excuses. So if you have a good team and then good depth and there's still pickups available on the wire, then I think that that's a more competitive league. People that do like 14, 16, even 20, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know how you expect everybody to have fun and be competitive at that point.
Right.
Yeah, especially if you're drafting, in one of the first picks or one of the last picks. By the time it gets to you in that third and fourth round, you're almost depleted.
Yeah, pretty much. I was in a 12-team, 2-quarterback league 2 years in a row, and it's no fun because there are 32 quarterbacks, yes, but there are not 32 fantasy-worthy quarterbacks. Oh, LaShawn McCoy is still out there? That's crazy.
I was just actually about to say that. My home league, like friends and family league, is 10, but the majority of the ones I play when I get on leagues like this are always 12. I like them both. I mean, our 10-team league, we have got deeper benches just for the lack of roster places taken up by 2 extra teams. But other than that.
So when I
didn't realize. I was just saying, I didn't realize the auto drafting went that quickly and got back to me. So my bad. I will be taking LaShawn McCoy because auto draft took Aaron Rodgers from me.
Oh, okay. So Chris is up again. Oh, there's no way my players are making it to me. There's just not. Oh, that's depressing. Chris, what are you doing?
Time to get me a good wide receiver. I see a lot of guys left on the board. But you know what? Tyreek Hill, that dude's a one-man wrecking crew.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm on the clock in 13 picks, so I'm going to go walk a mile and be right back. If I make one suggestion, cut this shit to a minute. We're all grown-ups.
I'm with you on that.
I don't need 90 seconds to do anything.
Make a decision.
So, Aaron, I had James Coe on last week, and he was talking about how he's a true believer in the no tight end drafting if there's not Gronk, Ertz, or Kelsey left on the board. So you have Ertz is there, but he was hesitant.
The only tight end I would draft early would be Gronk. And I know someone had mentioned he does get injured early.
You might be saying some of the most impressive stuff right now, and we don't even get to hear it at the moment.
Yeah, she cut out again.
All boarding flight 27 to Boca Raton.
Exactly.
Off life sorting.
Yeah, Rich, your volume is cranked, and then we can't even get Aaron's to come through sometimes.
Oh,
I feel so bad for Aaron because I'm sure she's saying some of the most riveting and compelling stuff. Oh, somebody's on the board.
That's me.
Ah. Royce Freeman, huh? Interesting.
That's an interesting move. I didn't really like. I need a running back.
Yeah, you do.
There wasn't really anyone exciting on the board. Alex Collins. Who are you excited? Running back, you're most excited to see?
Lamar Miller.
Really?
I think with Deshaun back, he's still good.
Yeah, I tend to agree on that one. I think just to see if Kamara can repeat. Oh, man. Now we get to the tough stuff. Crap.
Wow. Are you on the clock?
Yeah, I'm on the clock. I got to figure this out.
Brady. Draft Brady.
No. Let's see. Okay. All right, we're going with the juice. And now that I'm back, let's see here.
And that's a good pickup. I don't care what anyone says.
Are you legally obligated to change your team name to Contagious?
I have no idea. Okay, and I'll get one of my guys here. There we go. That feels good. All right, so there's like no more good tight ends left. Now that Ertz is off the board. Even though nobody's been talking about Jimmy Graham, that is, in Green Bay, which is crazy.
I said it. You guys just couldn't hear me.
What?
I said Jimmy Graham. You guys didn't clearly hear me.
No, but I just heard you say that we clearly
No, we
didn't
did
hear you.
See? Told you, he's dropping knowledge on all of us. We missed it.
Who, babe? What are you saying? Oh, Kyle Rudolph. My husband says Kyle Rudolph.
Is he the fantasy expert in your household? No?
Oh, I'm on the clock already.
There you go. Yeah, we're moving right along now.
All right.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Demaryius Thomas. I don't know how I feel about Denver wide receivers right now. Like, I like Keenum, but I don't know if I like Denver.
Yeah, I don't either. However, I like Keenum than what they had the year before.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Paxton Lynch, garbage, man.
Dude, him and Cardell Jones got released today. That was crazy.
All right, now. I'm happy with my running backs. I got a good wide receiver. I have to add another wide receiver.
Sounds very logical, Chris. I'm surprised.
You know, I've never drafted Golden Tate, but I mean, right now I don't have much other option. Yeah, man, I'm getting on that Golden Tate. Tate. Tate is the man's name. Well, guys, I'm going to go build an ice sculpture. I'll be back for my next pick.
Well, to go back into my fantasy past one more time, I had Josh Gordon the year that he was NFL and fantasy relevant. So I'm going to believe. I'm going to believe in the kid that it's all going to come back around for him. So, Josh Gordon.
Oh. So if he can stay clean, stay focused this year.
I don't know. Jarvis Landry has something to say about that.
Yeah, that's why I took him.
I really like this. This is very cool that you can do a video like this.
Marshawn Lynch is still playing football.
Pardon? Brandon Marshall?
No, Marshawn Lynch is still playing like. That's crazy.
Yeah, but don't draft him.
Yeah, I drafted him last year because he wasn't a Seahawk anymore, and man, did that bite me. Ugh, that hurt. That hurt more than him being on the Seahawks.
Under the radar, Garoppolo just got drafted.
Of course, the wife takes my quarterback.
I was just about to say. I told you, man, round one, you could have had him, but...
That was the wife that did that?
Yeah.
That makes my heart happy.
Oh, does it? Does it, Aaron? Makes your heart happy?
You had your opportunity, sir.
Exactly.
I was hoping she wouldn't be so spiteful today, but apparently still just as spiteful, so... She picked like Vernon Davis and Frank Gore like the years that they were really good, and I was so mad. So mad. Because she would cheer for my team, and I was like, you sit on a throne of lies. Like, don't even...
That's what you get for being as hot-headed as you are about it, though. I do it purely for reaction purposes only.
She just lies in wait, man.
I love her.
So, when's she going to take over the radio show?
Oh, jeez. Probably very, very soon if she dominates me in our head-to-heads this season. But see,
I'm
Aaron...
not allowed anywhere near that microphone, so the chances of that happening, probably not.
You guys should have your own show. That's what I think.
What, like his and hers?
Yeah, do something with us together.
Well, Aaron, you and Mark should invite us down to the big comfy couch at NFL Studios for a Sunday sometime.
And that would be fun.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going crazy. I'm taking Brady. He's so pretty.
Just so you know, he's 41 this year.
So are you. I'm going to pick a real person.
He's going to pick a real person. Aaron, do you and your husband compete in fantasy leagues too?
We never played against each other.
Never played against each other?
No, we never.
Wow.
Well, he needs to be on a team, but he prefers. He doesn't really like. I mean, he doesn't dislike fantasy, but you know, he prefers one team, one player, that sort of thing.
Oh wow.
You don't like what? Oh, he doesn't. He just told me he doesn't like fantasy. See, there you go.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, you know, do you trust a person that doesn't eat steak? I don't know if I trust a person that doesn't like fantasy.
Don't listen. I'm married to him. Don't reflect. That's not reflective on me, okay? Tough. This is tough. What I have.
Johnny Manziel is still on the board.
Take him.
He's helping out.
Ooh, Aguilar. Alrighty. And Josh.
Jeffrey's not coming back till week 3.
Josh with a quick pick there.
I'm trying, man. I saw somebody picked up Henry like 2 rounds ago, so I feel like if I can wait 2 rounds and get a guy that could potentially outproduce. Why the heck not?
There you go. There you go.
The ship, you little sucker.
Oh, I'm on the clock finally. Oh, because I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to do one of these. And then we're going to do one of... Where'd he go? Where is my... He was literally just there. Where'd he go? Oh, dang it. Connor took him, man. I was going to get me some Fergus or some Deshaun Watson, but now he's gone. Ugh. That's annoying. Okay, we're going to do this, though, because this man's going to still get his touchdowns. Alrighty. Feeling it. Feeling it. Josh, you know who you want with your next pick? You're coming up here.
Nope. It's not even giving me an option. There he goes. All right, I'm gonna say his name. Let me draft.
Justin Tucker is still on the board.
Oh well, there you go.
Kickers in round 6. Kickers are people too.
Barely. I'm going to go with...
Ooh, Rex Burkhead.
Rexy. This is one of the few times I feel more comfortable drafting Rex Burkhead and Deion Lewis. So, at least I'm not fighting myself on this one.
Oh my god, I have to wait so long.
That
Aaron!
takes to think about what I've done.
Aaron's thinking. I can see the gears turning in her mind right now. Like, she is just...
I did pass on Tuck, so...
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
What'd you do? Sammy Watkins. Ooh.
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins is Brandon Marshall 2.0, and I don't understand why. But he is a journeyman now at wide receiver, and it's crazy.
No?
Let's see who Adam takes here. This is where you build your bench. This is how you get through bye weeks and have trades. This 6th and 7th round right here. I think there are no more tight ends left, like at least relevant ones.
So you just worried me. Now I have to check what tight ends are actually left. Okay. Nope, I'm good. All right. I will live with a 4-game suspension, and I will take Mark Ingram.
Oh, sounded good.
He's in my queue. That was good, yeah.
Me too. That was my big debate between Rex Burkhead or Mark Ingram.
Oh, Adrian Peterson's gone. Look at these going now. Evan Ingram. And we've got our first defense taken. Of course, Katie's auto-drafting. And now the wife is back on the clock. Is she going to take more 49ers players? We'll see. Stay tuned.
I'm just stealing the late round.
I wonder if Adam knows. I wonder if he's on top of his stuff or not.
He doesn't. That's true.
I don't understand people that draft before preseason is over. I just don't get it. It's like there's so much that can happen.
Irresponsible.
Oh, okay. We got Rich.
All right, back on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip a coin on these two Browns running backs. You know what? I believe in Carlos Hyde.
Oh, he would. He's in his home state, and now Chris is back after his ice sculpting.
Let me turn off the chainsaw. Sorry. Former Florida Gator, Jordan Reed.
Ooh.
You'll get a solid 3 games out of him.
Yeah, right.
I say 5. 5 games.
Well, I'm not taking old man Rudolph.
Hey, the same guy that I don't know. I'm a big fan of Rudolph, especially later in these rounds.
Yeah, this is where you start to get the steals. Ooh, let's see. What do we got? I'm coming up in a few picks. Man, there's so many questionables of guys that were like dominant last year. Like you have Crowder, Fuller, Wentz. They're all questionable right now. I hate it. Oh, but there's my guy. I see. Oh, okay. I got a few ideas who I'm taking. All right. I break my one interdivision rule for certain players.
Son of a gun.
Duke Johnson, Russell Wilson, gone. Aaron's on the clock now.
You take old man Rudolph.
Old man Rudolph. All right.
Old man Rudolph.
It's okay. I didn't want him anyway.
Old man Rudolph.
It's a catchy tune. Randall Cobb, Alshon Jeffrey. Oh, finally I'm on the clock. Okay. All right. I want him. Yes.
Fuck you. I wanted all the white running. I wanted all the white receivers.
And I want... Ooh, this is going to be the tough one right here. Who is still... And boom. All right. This is getting intense now. Aaron, did you bring enough wine? Like, are you good?
Oh.
She's good. She switched to sign language now. Aaron's back on the clock. She's thinking hard. Ooh, I think Alex Smith is going to have a better year than Kirk Cousins. I mean, the Vikings
I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins got a lot of weapons there.
Yeah, but I think the Vikings will have like a better season than the Redskins, but I still think Alex Smith will perform better as a quarterback than Kirk Cousins. That's my bold prediction, like 1 of 10.
Not only that, too, he's obviously scoring touchdowns on the ground, which he might need to do because he doesn't have a whole lot of playmakers. As wide.
Yeah.
I got to talk about the Tampa running backs.
All right, Rich, you're on the clock.
Well, I'd hold out on tight end, but I believe the auto pick is just going to draft the next 10 tight ends before it comes back around to me. So I guess I'll go get one off the board, and we will go Trey Burton.
Trey Burton.
Go Gators!
Oh, man, I just realized it takes forever to come back to me.
Agreed.
Back to back.
I know, it's a gift and a curse, right? Still a couple of my guys left on the board, though, so that's all right. We're good. Man, there's some guys on the board that I can't believe are still on the board, though. That's crazy. All right, Will Fuller's gone. He was a questionable one that I was surprised was still there. Chris Carson, Greg Zuerlein, first kicker gone. Oh, there goes Kittle. Damn it.
Really? There's kickers already going? God damn, it's not even the 10th round. Pardon my French, it is so bad.
How do you guys feel about the Khalil Mack?
About the what matchup?
The Khalil Mack trade.
I think the Raiders are crazy, but Gruden's an offensive guy, I guess. I don't know what good it does for the Bears, though. There's too many question marks around that team still right now.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, it's a lot of money for a rush or linebacker when they definitely could use that money and help bulk up that relatively young team.
Yeah, like seriously, who else is on that
Has some
defense?
solid linebackers already.
Yeah, they were top 10 defense last year, right?
Yeah, they basically paid quarterback money for a third good linebacker. And I don't know. If it works out for him, it works out for him. I mean, but I don't think the Raiders should get quite as much hate as they are on that pretty penny.
Very true.
Got Mason Hall. I just can't believe that a second round pick was that surprised me more than anything.
Chris, make your pick. You're an adult.
Shit, I'm sorry. I'm surprised this guy's still on the board, man. You know what? He's got an older quarterback, but I still trust him. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Shepard. Sterling Shepard. Fuck me.
We'll get it eventually.
You'll get it right. I see a few guys I want, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's gonna be tough. All right, guys. Well, that is the time that I needed for the season premiere. So we'll go ahead and finish out this second half of the draft. But I'll be in the chat, and I do want to thank you, those of you that could chime in on the Skype. Aaron, Chris, always a pleasure. Josh, and then we've got Rich. You guys have been great. It's going to be a competitive season, and I look forward to week 1. All right.
Thank you.
Sir.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Do you remember the time that Mark Sanchez ran into his own player's butt? That was funny sports.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. I love the Fan Show.